Oh, yeah. We're doing it in the big time.
They should sell something to cover your penis when you're podcasting. Can we make that a product that we sell? One of our first pieces, the penis protector. So when you're wearing shorts on an episode, it's not like a disgusting man crotch camera angle.
Well, it's the idea maybe to make the bulge less big. So it would have to be something that constrains. Maybe a chastity belt. Who the like, is that a fake thing in porn? Is the idea that some dude is actually wearing a die-cast metal cage around their dick? I've seen them in two. I'm no expert in these, but I'm just saying I've seen two types of cages. There's just like the ball. There's like the one where it's just the dick and the balls are free, and then when you get sentenced to full ball and dick cage, and then it's like a removable. But it's like, can that not your dick up when you try to get like an erection and you have like no room?
Your dick Play-Dohs through the fucking harness.
Yeah, it just tries to escape through the cage like a fucking, like people who get like a too small of a cage for their pet and then it outgrows it, like someone who tries to keep a pet alligator. But sometimes they do grow, like animals stay small in their cage. Like you see people who are like, oh, this alligator was mistreated and it has it looks like a pit bull. Like it has like half of if you try to keep an
it's like the Japanese watermelons. Have you seen this?
Yeah. There was a guy. There's always some fucking weirdo who tries to keep a pet alligator, but he keeps it in like a shoebox under his bed or something, and the thing just fucking grows up to be like a square fucking cube of an alligator and can't do anything.
Is that real?
Yes, that is 100% real.
Amazing.
Fucking, I could look it up. I mean.
Nice
I hope
gator.
I was right about the alligator.
A cubicle gator? Yeah.
There was a guy who had an alligator in a box and it grew up. Look at this alligator. People are crazy. Is that real?
It's not even on him. They just laid it on him.
Also,
that's literally on a putt-putt course. That can't be real.
But then again, alligators and mini golf somehow go together. They're like industries. I don't know if that's just a local thing. But
that's so true, yeah.
Every time I see mini golf, it's like also has alligators.
Which, if you're not from Florida, that's probably so jarring. Like, wait, why?
Yeah, they're usually not too like active. Like they don't like run after.
No, crocodiles are where the real excitement is at. Yeah. Alligators, they will just fucking sit there for all day.
Yeah, they don't move. They don't do anything. I can't find this thing I was looking for.
It's weird how they're kind of just lizards. They're just big power lizards.
And then I saw there's that one video of there's like a trainer feeding an alligator, and then the alligator kind of bites her and then does the roll, and she rolls with it. Like she rolls with the fucking alligator and probably saves her limb. I don't know. But then again, I've also seen a video of this redneck guy who was drunk, who put his foot in an alligator's mouth. And then it rolled, and it rolled so fucking fast.
Yeah.
There's no fucking. Yeah, it was like woo, 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 woo. It was like 1,000 RPM, dude. When they do that roll, it's fucking. Maybe they have to be on like a flat ground or something. I don't know how that works, but people who. And then you see that dude who's like fishing Garrett. Is that his name?
Yeah. The swamp puppy guy?
Yeah. He just runs around in the Everglades.
Barefoot in the middle of the night.
Barefoot. How does he not just get a blood disease at the bare minimum?
Yeah, malaria.
Like, how does he die from get bit by an alligator? Yeah. How does he not get some autoimmune white blood cell thing or
just severe poison ivy? Yeah. Like anything.
And maybe I'm just this is how pathetic humans are, that like we see a guy walking outside without shoes. Like shoe companies are like rubbing their fingers like, yeah, you need our shoes. Like we figured out we don't even need them.
Yeah. Have you ever seen like people that are in like tribal people feet? Like that I've seen a picture and it's like old Native American woman foot and her shit was like fully spread apart. Like her fucking pinky toe was like on this side and then her big toe was like on this side. So she had like a full fucking like.
Oh, really? I never see. I've
nice
seen
wide grip.
I know that if like I go around running around barefoot, my feet are gonna get hurt. But if you do it for a while, like I know as kids, it was more common to run around barefoot, and kids would do that. Like I knew people who would just run around barefoot, and even back then, I'd be like,
Dude, I saw a kid at the grocery store with his white trash dad, and he was like 8, and he didn't have shoes on. I was like,
oh my god,
it was jarring. You don't really see that anymore because it's fucking dangerous. Like a piece of glass or a fucking thumbtack.
yeah, fucking like I remember in school, someone put a thumbtack on a kid's chair.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and it was like a big fucking
Yahoo! And he jumped up.
I don't know. Yeah, I think honestly, if you're not expecting it, I think it doesn't even hurt that bad.
Yeah.
Like you just go, ow, and then you look up and you're like, oh shit, I just got penetrated
Yeah.
by a thumbtack. Thumbtack. How the fuck did thumbtacks become? They were like a accessible thing in school. Meanwhile, I'm watching Mankind get a pile driver. Like, how did we not utilize those for more like bad shit?
Yeah. In my experience, though, when that happens to you, you don't remember it until years later in therapy. And that's when you really remember the time that you got penetrated.
Yeah. Fucking all the practical jokes. The fucking.
Yeah.
Remember our friend who was took the teacher's coffee cup?
This is pure rumor. Is this a confirmed fact? Is there someone who bared witness to this? Because
No.
this seems like cap of the century.
But the fact, like you're right. It was cap, and there was also a cap of the century, and this was the weirdest, like thing to get accused of was someone stole a girl's student ID. Who was like, from my outsider
You
perspective.
stole it?
No, I didn't steal it. But this dude, they didn't know either of these people. But this was so This was so publicized in school
Fifth
that
grade?
everyone knew about it. This was I don't even know. It was like within a few years of that. It was either before, after, or fifth. And fucking anyway, he had ejaculated on this girl's school ID.
No.
That's what was the rumor.
That's such a lie.
I don't know. Well, yeah,
like,
it's
why
absolutely
would there still
a lie.
Be nut on it?
Here's
Like,
what happened. And this is what I think happened 100% is he made a joke saying like, yeah, I just came on your ID. And she literally took it and then it's like they put it in the books.
I just ejaculated semen onto your student ID.
Yeah, they had to send her
And I
ID back.
testify that I did this. Yeah, he put it on record, so it's his fault. That's where he went wrong.
That there was one dude, I hate.
It's laminated, first of all. Like, he fucking was like scooped it up like a fucking chips and dip and then carried it like.
It was I don't know. I mean, maybe it was like, it was almost a threat. Like
maybe he brought it back in a jar of cum with just it in the middle, like a barbicide, fucking the barber's cum.
You know what's the best? It's like not even a picture. They didn't even have her face on the ID. It was literally he just came on the name.
The elementary school.
Yeah, he was so horny. But I think
this had to be middle school because there wasn't like busting rumors. This had to be.
Everybody was 18 in this story. Okay, so just before you guys start feeling like this is the wrong conversation. It's like, shit, this is when I was a child. So this is what I saw. A lot of it was just made up, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But fucking.
Yeah.
I mean,
the busters.
It's weird having fucking, busters and shit. Like
there's always the rumors of the kids that would bust in class. The class busters.
Yeah, like dudes who fucking, it's like the dudes who took drugs too seriously, who like just started becoming porn addicts. Like, man, I gotta jerk off. I can't even focus on this test.
Like they're basically like a Dare commercial for jacking off, but the real version.
Or like I told this story before, but one time, I don't know what the fucking mind control game this was, teacher wasting time. We would just play like this game where we'd all have to freeze or something, and one person would have to catch someone moving or something. I forget what it was called, but there was computers in the classroom.
Bottoms up or something.
Something like that.
That sounds way more fucking sexual. Thumbs up.
Bottoms up, pants down was what I played. But fucking and
the lights were off and we had to close our eyes.
I thought I was gonna be the funniest man ever, where I was like changing the computer screen and then like freezing. I forget how the game worked, but like my thing was like my clue that I was moving, I guess. I forget how Like, why?
You only move when the lights are out and they're not looking.
But why did you eat? What's the benefit of even moving then?
I don't know.
Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, why does anyone have to even move?
All right, we keep move on.
But I was changing the Google homepage, like back and forth or whatever, like minimizing it. But when I did it, it was already on. Naked boobs was searched already on.
I remember this.
And I almost got caught because I was like fumbled to close it, and I emptied it. And then this black kid came up to me and goes, "Bro, what are you doing?" And then he clicked on it and then typed naked boobs and then minimized it again. I don't know what he was saving that for later or whatever.
Yeah. Didn't it like work too? Didn't like something kind of explicit come up?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in this like 2008 or something.
2008.
Yeah, it's like they didn't have it all completely figured out yet. What websites to block, but I don't think anyone was like even knew back then. Also, porn wasn't even like what it is now. I think there was like a few websites, but I don't know.
It might not come up as much if you just Googled something like how it is now.
Yeah, like that. Like Pornhub was not a fucking famous website. At this time, like it was literally like I forget what people. It definitely was one of the first ones that you'd probably be exposed to. But dude, I remember like my favorite porn videos are just the
gay guys.
Are just the elusive ones that I first watched. Like the first 3, it's like the Yu-Gi-Oh
Exodia.
Yeah, the Exodia. It's like the 5 videos I first watched.
Tit job.
I wish
the leg.
Yeah.
The left leg of Exodia.
And they're so like bad and stupid, but to me it was like mind blowing. It was like just actually
it's a whole new world. Things that you didn't even understand were fully possible.
It's like the same for like those death videos. Like fucking. Did you see the video of the people falling off the balcony in Mexico?
And then like they fell onto other guys because there were so many people. Yeah. How high up was that?
It looked pretty high up, and then at least 3 people didn't make it.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, because it looked like this. At least the first few just went straight down onto broken glass. It was like I thought it was almost looked like as worse as Shane McMahon's fall at WrestleMania or whatever. He took some huge bumps,
dude. There was so many. It was like Gmod, just the fucking rag dolls.
Yeah,
like I've never seen that many people fall on top of each other. Usually, the only time that happens, it's like a building collapse scenario. Where like you can't even see because there's just shit everywhere and dust. Mm-hmm. But this was like a clear view of like 13 people straight, like in a fucking 5-yard circle. Like all of them fell right in this one area.
Yeah, and like literally poured.
Yeah.
Like and then one.
It's raining, man.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And then it really did look like fluid dynamics at work.
Yeah. It's a blender.
Even with the last guy was like a drop. Like the final little like slip.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck. And then I think he did fuck up his ankle or whatever. Because the last guy bounced off the pile of people and then like was like, oh shit, and ran away.
He did a double jump.
Yeah. He hit a bounce like in World at War. But yeah, that's fucked up. Like leaning against like especially like I really don't trust leaning on balconies like that.
No, I'm scared to do it on like a fucking patio that's 1 foot off the ground because I assume it's not gonna hold up.
Yeah, like and that's happened before. Like people just fucking and you don't even hear about it. Like there was this one guy, I don't even know why he was famous, but he was like 90 years old.
Johnny Balconi.
Who was that?
Balcony?
Johnny Balcony. Yeah. That's what they named it. That's what, before they had railings, every balcony was just, like, who would want a fucking railing? It just impedes your view. Yeah. And then Johnny Balcony, he fucking fell to his death at 8 years old. And now every patio has to have a balcony.
Sorry.
Johnny! Hey, Johnny, go stand at the edge. I want to get your picture. No! Fucking shit, dude.
We lost Johnny.
That's like I haven't lived in a 2-story house since I was a child. And like just the idea that you could fall in your own house. Like you could fall 1 story in your own house.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a child, I ran around, like, maybe in terms of embarrassing, like, my parents thought it was funny, and I was, like, very young, and I was just thought they were laughing, that it was, like, a good thing, and I was just running around naked,
Oh yeah, I
like,
did that hard.
and that was killing. Yeah.
I did that, and not only did I do that, I had a bit called "My Wiener Has a Hat," where I took a bottle cap and stuck it on the tip of my dick, and was like, "Look, my wiener has a hat." And that was like my fucking. So that's probably why we ended up doing this. If you be careful if you catch your son doing this type of behavior, or else he'll end up a podcaster.
I remember what my mom was impressed because I had a Buzz Lightyear.
And you fucked it.
No, I had a Buzz Lightyear thing my dad got when on a trip to Mexico or something.
Well, Mexican Buzz Lightyear?
Yeah. And which is bullshit. He bought it on the way home, like in Ohio. Like it said it was from fucking. But I had to put batteries in it. My mom put batteries in it, and the screw was right on the crotch. And I said, like, oh, the screw's right on his penis. And she was so impressed that I knew.
That's like what we're talking about. Parents think their kid's the smartest man in the world and always ahead.
Yeah.
Like, he knows what a dick is.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I remember I said something. There was a Everybody Loves Raymond episode about Raymond's father who was taking these pills, and he kept saying it was for his foot. But it's like a family sitcom. There was an innuendo. It wasn't for his foot, and the joke kept getting more and more. And it was like for dick pills or whatever. But to be honest, the truth is I didn't even know that. I just knew it wasn't about his foot, but I was like a know-it-all, and my sister was like, I was trying to figure it out what it was about. I couldn't figure it out, but my sister was like, why can't he just get a surgery on his foot if it hurts that bad? And I was like, it's not about his foot. And I didn't know what it was about, but my dad was like, shut up, Bob. You know too much. And then I got a huge ego that day. I was like, I know too much.
I'm the smartest man in the world.
I started smoking that night. I was like, dude, I know fucking way too much for my age.
Yeah, that's funny. We were talking about like old culture, like our parents' generation and before, like how they used to treat animals.
Yeah, the family dog had like it might have been different for some households, but I remember like beating your dog used to just be like a common thing, like fucking, and throwing your cat. You don't see a lot of people throw their cats anymore.
And when they do, they get posted on social media like, report this person, get them eliminated.
Dude, I remember so many kids had hamsters that lasted. Hamsters are like just disposable pets. Like they just last like 6 months as a good hamster.
Yeah.
And then they come different. Can I get a new red hamster for my son?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, red this time. Okay.
It should just be a subscription service where you get a hamster in a box every month.
You send the old fucking shitty hamster back if he's like, they refurbish it.
They comb his fucking head.
Dude, those things are a literal, like, the hamsters get the worst owners
For
ever.
some reason, girls love to put hamsters in the microwave. Like,
really?
I don't know what it is.
Dude.
Girls are fucking retarded when it comes to hamsters.
That's one of those things that the government tries to keep it from you. Like, what happens when you put... Because they'll be like, dude, you put a cat in a microwave. It was bad. But I've never really seen what that does.
I don't want to see that.
Like,
not a cat, maybe.
Yeah, like...
Maybe a rat.
Like, I'm trying to think, like, well, have you ever put a bowl of black olives in a... like, I don't know. Like, does it just steam cook it? Like...
Oh, yeah. Would it catch on fire? Probably not. It would just cook it, right?
I don't know. Would it be instant? Like with the
Oh yeah, it's just in there screaming. Oh my god, yeah, it probably isn't instant.
with the hamster though, fucking, I guess if you watch that, it's literally like the Chernobyl disaster. Like the guy who was at the radiator coils or whatever it is. But with the hamsters, dude, they had those literal hamster balls, which is like, okay, so you give your kid a soccer ball and they play with that. And then now it's like, so you put your hamster in this ball. What do you do with that? Like, it should be covered in something where like the kid doesn't want to interact, because it's not for you to kick the ball and throw it. It's for the hamster to go around. But everybody has a fucking hamster ball with no hamster. Like it outlives the fucking hamster every
And kids anywhere that they would put a slinky, they're gonna put the hamster down. Like fucking just huge drops. Fucking you turn your Travis Pastrana. Is that what the fuck is his name? Travis Pastrami?
Yeah, I think that was it from the Nitro Circus. Yeah, because now we do have hamster balls for humans now. And kids get like lost at sea with them all the time.
The video of the Russian guys that are like, bro, get in, haha. He's rolling down. They're like on the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking where you use the jet skis in Modern Warfare 2. Not jet skis, the snowmobiles.
Yeah, and they fall off the map in the fucking.
Oh yeah.
Like if
they went out of the playable area.
Yeah, like if it's Battlefield, they fucking fell off and had to respawn at fucking at A or whatever.
And how it starts is there's like a path that they intend for him to go down, the skiing path. But the problem is you're not in control when you're in a fucking ball that just has momentum going downhill. So the ball's just going to take the path of least resistance, which is not the intended path, which is straight off the side of the mountain. And they just have to watch him. They're like running, like, come back. Like there's no brakes on that thing, bro. He's gone. And
they're just, I don't know what kind of just like the violence of falling off the mountain and hitting all those rocks and shit. Like,
I wonder if you just went full Sonic the Hedgehog and got in like cannonball stance and spun as fast as you can around it. Like if that would increase your odds of not getting fucked up.
Also, if you carried like a pocket knife, like granted, you're still in a fucked up situation. Like I'm not saying this.
Now you're rolling around with a sharp object inside of this ball.
Yeah. But at least if you could deflate it though, like
yeah, true.
It would at least. I'm sure you could.
There should be an emergency cord or something you can pull, and it just fucking pops the thing.
An over-engineered. It's now a $50,000 fucking plastic ball because you got to pay for the hydraulic jetpack parachute. And then if it's spin the wrong way and you're face down, you got to time it so the fucking top is on the top.
Yeah, something. Like you defuse the bomb in Counter-Strike. You have to enter a code on a keypad. We're working on the prototype.
Yeah, those things are a literal death trap. Fucking. And then there was a kid like in one of those hamster balls that a gust of wind, I think it was like China, and just he flew like 50 feet in the air. But he was okay because like.
Yeah. Every like 3 months, if you are looking at the news for the whole world, there'll be a story about a kid that is using some contraption, be it a kite or something, that just goes 100 feet into the air and then just lands. Yeah, and they're fine.
A video in China where it's like, here's like, even when you're having a day off in China, you go to the park and there's 50,000 people flying a kite, and then you stand shoulder to shoulder and fly your kite next to him. And then one kid, literally this happened, get a kite. A kite gets loose and ties around a kid's neck somehow, and he's so light, he literally flies in the air, and people are screaming. He's like 50 feet in the air somehow, but he's like not going to space. He's weighing it down a little bit. They eventually pull him back down and like loosen it off his neck, and there was really no like documentation about that, but I think he lived.
He just has a 1,000-yard stare forever now. Like the one kid that got lost in the woods you showed me. He was outside for like 3 days on his own.
Yeah.
And they found him and his eyes are just fucking, you can see the whites on the top and bottom.
Yeah. I know I saw fucking that like Book of Vialis guy. He like makes content for Zoomers. But I do like to fall asleep to his like just random theory videos, because out of all the guys who do that, he does it pretty well. And he's not just parroting shit that I could look up in 2 seconds. And he brought up like a good, just a what is this? Like a mystery is the 1,000-yard stare, which is a good point, because it is literally like a physical thing that happens to people who go through traumatic experiences. Like you could see a picture of someone after like this kid got lost in the woods for 3 days, and he literally looked like those hyper-realism SpongeBob drawings where he's like bloodshot eyes and shit.
I feel like I look like that right now. I woke up and my eye is kind of swollen. Like it looks like I got punched in the face. But this was like a couple weeks ago. It reminded me that I didn't even know about this. It was the middle of the day and my girlfriend was like, Oh yeah, by the way, last night I elbowed you really hard in the nose on accident.
In the nose? Oh
Yes.
my God.
Yes. And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah." And you just went, "What the fuck?" and then apparently I just rubbed my nose for 30 minutes and just kept sleeping.
Oh my God. How
yeah.
was was it like
Yeah, it was like a rollover elbow.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's fucking
Yeah, a fucking John Jones, Stephen Bonner elbow.
This is an old video, but I learned about it. Something happened at Kellogg's or something. And then someone brought up, well, I haven't ate Kellogg's since that guy posted the video of him pissing on the conveyor belt with the cornflakes on it. And I didn't even have the balls to watch the video because I saw in the thumbnail it was blurred anyway. So I'm really not going to get a ton of info from that. But but yeah, this guy was pissing on the the machinery that processes the cornflakes.
Yeah.
So therefore is contaminating so many cornflakes.
Probably
like
2 million boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was a few years ago, but it's like, dude, that is like, how does that not kill Kellogg's?
Do you know the catch with this?
What?
When he uploaded that video, it was already 2 years had passed. So he could have been pissing every day for 2 years.
Wow, he waited for the 2 year. He waited for for quarter 4 to happen for that.
He sold his stock and then released the pissing footage.
Oh my God. Fucking, I didn't see any of the strawberries in that video, so at least I can safely eat the red berries one. Dude, I hate Aldi's.
Why?
I went to Aldi's and all of their food is god awful terrible. Shit.
Depends on what you get.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about the meat. I'm talking about the snacks.
Oh, the knockoff snacks?
I got their Pringles. They were called Clancy's Stackers.
Yeah.
They literally look like toenails. And
Keratin chips. Yeah, you
they're
were showing me that.
awful.
Yeah, they were pretty bad.
I ate one. I know I didn't actually. I took a bite of one, spit it out, and then threw them all in the trash. And
Only buy shit that's just what it says it is. Don't buy anything that's like a fake version of something else. Many years have passed since we first started seeing like the ironic mustache movement. Like girls were getting that tattoo on their finger to do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like I sense that it's coming. Someone is going to try to bust out the Charlie Chaplin. It's like very soon a prominent figure, perhaps Justin Bieber, someone of that sort, is gonna like make a statement. Maybe like it's got to be a really artistic guy that's like in movies where he's gay.
I see the low cut one a lot, and then you're right. I think that is very possible.
And they're just gonna ignore Hitler entirely. They're gonna put it all on Chaplin, and they're gonna try to revive the stash.
Yeah, no, that is funny when you think about like how he really did fuck up that mustache. Like, but honestly, I think when he had it, he like nobody liked it then either. Like even when he was cool.
I don't know. There's a few guys that had it, right?
But Hitler history is always like even when you're talking about early life Hitler, they still want to make him look bad, which is fair.
How you know that like there's a lot of just made up shit about him is that it's cited as a fact that he had a micro penis. Like it's so rare to have a micro penis. The fact like he has one probably.
Yeah, I never even took that like seriously. That is like a fact that he had.
You hear people say it as though it is a fact. I don't know if it is a fact, but it's like I think we have enough dirt on this guy that we don't need to call him a little dick guy too. Like,
yeah,
I think there's enough fucking bad things you could say about Adolf Hitler without insulting his penis.
Yeah, if you're even wondering how big Hitler's penis was,
yeah, you've lost the plot entirely.
Yeah.
It is the only thing funnier than like saying any other small dick is defending that his dick was normal size.
We think it was normal. Yeah, it's fucking nobody was really checking.
If the lie was that it was below average, I would believe it. But don't say that it was micro, dude. It wasn't micro.
That was a lie. That fucking Albert Speer recommended him to keep morale high in Germany. Because if Hitler had a micro penis and he was the best, then you can do it too if your dick was. But in reality, because if he said Hitler had a big dick, it would statistically,
Mine Schnitzel.
it would lower morale if the Fuhrer had a bigger dick. They found out.
Adolf Dickler. What do you think? We got one more or something?
Maybe one more. Cut
Yeah.
off Adolf. If we cut off my fucking chicken piccata salmon rant, dude, I was gonna make it with the fucking capers, but I mean, like, I wish I would have been a sniper. That's what I always wanted to do.
Yeah, I always think my life would be better if I had shot 20 people and had to live with doing that.
It
Like-
seemed like a lonely, like, and also I don't know how many missions you'd really go on, like, or if you just end
I've
up.
been on over 500, brother.
I'd hate the idea too that you're just a grunt, like you are the first to die. Like that is basically like you're for the higher ups who have been there longer. We'll just be like, well, all these guys will die first before they get to
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Like, and you gotta work your way out of that. But if you do, then it's worth it. But then all those guys who went to the army seem to just have this like stripped soul. Like when they come back.
There's like 3 different kinds of guys that come back from the army. There's the people that are like, it was awesome, best thing of my life. Like, and then there's the people that are just quiet about it. And then there's the people that had a terrible time and they're never the same.
Yeah.
Like, it could definitely fuck you over.
Oh yeah. I heard the same thing about Blue Man Group concerts.
I was never the same after I saw the fucking waterfall sprinkle down on the PVC pipe.
I didn't talk for 2 months after that. I was trying to be one of them.
I started eating colloidal silver to turn myself blue.
That guy didn't do anything to get on Oprah Winfrey in the 90s.
Yeah. Now you just have to get on fucking Joe Rogan.
You know that guy in 2024, he's hot, but he's still blue. He just has fixed his teeth and the dress is nice.
Yeah, now he looks like the Liver King, but blue.
This is something that might cut, but I see that, JD 2020, the community director for Modern Warfare 2,
Not really.
the old Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, yeah, actually.
I looked him up because remember he was like a nerd with glasses,
Mm-mm.
and then I was like, what's he doing now? Because
Not typing.
you know how those guys like in corporate they always move up the ladder all the time. So I was like, he must be something. Like, look at him now, fucking entrepreneur. He looks like this, but this is what he looked like. That was what we know him as. But now he's a fucking entrepreneur, and then I guess also
if you're an entrepreneur, you have to have the most douchey profile picture, apparently. Like,
and then him and someone else, was it like, you remember 402, Robert Bowling?
oh yeah,
And then he left Infinity Ward with another guy like Mike Bowling or something, who's Dr. Disrespect, to create a game company or whatever. But then I guess Dr. Disrespect just decided to dress up like a fucking Duke Nukem and make trillions of dollars.
Yeah. Shout out to Dr. Disrespect. He's the man.
That's hilarious. He's like a game developer too. He's like,
Yeah.
just fucking quit. I love old because I'm getting old and I didn't make it when I was young doing anything important. So I love the guys who made it in their 40s.
Yeah.
Like that is a huge inspiration. And Dr. Disrespect's probably like 31 or some shit.
No, he's definitely in his. He's like 46 or something. Yeah, and he's also legitimately 6'8". He's like a
Yeah.
fucking freak.
He's like athletically.
He's Mr. FYB.
Gillette sponsorship.
Yeah, he should get it. Anyways, enough dick riding this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, subscribe, comment.
Like
Let
the-
us know what you want us to talk about next week.
Yeah, leave a comment. Any topics you'd like to hear us cover. Say how you like this episode. Subscribe. Follow. All audio platform.
Check out the new Linktree
YouTube.
link in the description. It's brand new. Thanks.
Poop. PP.